In 1985, the world stood still as Marty McFly hit the accelerator, letting the DeLorean tear through the night. Back to the Future took all of humanity on a wondrous journey where memory, love, and time merged into one. But behind the brilliant light of the town clock and those beaming faces were real lives where illness, loneliness, and loss knocked without warning. Today, we travel back to the past to hear the untold stories of those very stars. Wendie Jo Sperber as Linda McFly, the optimistic smile amidst severe illness. Born in the heart of Hollywood on September 6, 1958, Wendie Jo Sperber seemed destined for the stage. From childhood, she made everyone laugh with just a witty glance or an unexpected line. That cheerful energy followed her onto the set of Back to the Future 1985, where she played Linda McFly, Marty's lively older sister. At the time, Wendie was just 27 years old, full of enthusiasm and comedic spirit. Although a supporting role, every one of Linda McFly's appearances made the audience remember the warm family atmosphere amidst the film's crazy time travel current. Audiences loved Wendie for her authenticity. Without pretension, she brought the natural charm of an ordinary American woman. Following that success, Wendie continued to appear in many television shows, becoming a familiar face in 1980s sitcoms. But behind the hearty laughter, a silent tragedy awaited. In 1997, at the age of 39, Wendie was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer. The devastating news struck like lightning in her bright life. Instead of despair, she chose to fight with a smile, the very thing that defined her. During her years of battling the illness, Wendie continued to act simultaneously, founding the We Spark Cancer Support Center, where she helped those in similar circumstances find renewed faith in life. Friends recounted that despite the pain of chemotherapy, she would often joke with doctors and send encouraging messages to other patients. For Wendie, compassion was the only way to overcome fear. On November 29, 2005, Wendie Jo Sperber took her last breath, passing away at the age of 47. Her ashes were interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, where many Hollywood legends rest. She left an estimated estate of about $1 million, but the true value was not in money. Wendie left a spiritual legacy, the belief that the light of compassion can shine even through the darkness of fate. And no matter how much time passes, Linda McFly's smile lives on in the memory of her fans, a smile that refused to fade. George DiCenzo as Sam Baines, the quiet father behind the screen. George DiCenzo was born on April 21, 1940, in New Haven, Connecticut, with a simmering passion for art from his youth. At the age of 45, he took on the role of Sam Baines in Back to the Future, 1985, Lorraine's strict, devoted father. Although only appearing in a few short scenes, the character left an impression through the calmness, responsibility, and gentle nature that George conveyed. Audiences saw in Sam Baines the image of the typical American father, always caring, always protecting his family, but also bewildered by time and circumstance. In real life, George's life was not as brilliant as the big screen. He was a stage and voice actor, but fame and recognition never fully matched his talent. For many years, he lived quietly, even facing long periods of unemployment and the feeling of being forgotten by Hollywood. Friends and colleagues recalled that George often said to himself, "I love acting, but acting has never fully repaid me." George's health began to fail with old age. Heart disease and diabetes made his final years difficult. Nevertheless, he maintained his passion for acting and the stage, passing on his experience to younger actors and keeping an optimistic outlook on life. He passed away on August 9, 2010, at the age of 70, and was interred simply in Pennsylvania, where he spent many peaceful years. George DiCenzo's net worth was estimated at around $2 million, mostly from his voiceover roles and a long acting career. Although not wealthy by Hollywood standards, he left a spiritual legacy, the image of a loyal, dedicated, and deeply kind artist. George is a testament to those who live and contribute silently lives that the spotlight never fully illuminated. In the audience's memory, Sam Baines remains the exemplary father, and in the real world, George DiCenzo is an icon of resilience, honesty, and devotion to his art. Elsa Raven as Clocktower Lady, the Keeper of Time. Elsa Raven, Born Elsa Rabinowitz came into the world on September 21, 1929, in Manhattan, New York. She was one of Hollywood's veteran actresses, but most of her career unfolded quietly without fanfare. At the age of 56, Elsa took on the role of the Clocktower lady in Back to the Future. 1985, the woman standing in Hill Valley Square, urging people to donate to save the Clocktower. Despite appearing for only a few seconds, that character became a small but memorable symbol representing perseverance and community spirit. Off-screen, Elsa's life was also full of silent challenges. She lived most of her life single, dedicating her time entirely to the stage, cinema, and social activities, particularly within the Jewish community. In her final years, she often lived alone in a small apartment in Los Angeles, stacked with books and scripts, still tending to her acting craft, and continuing to participate in charitable projects. Although she did not have the dazzling fame of other stars, Elsa maintained the integrity of her artistic passion. On November 2, 2020, Elsa Raven passed away at the age of 91. Her ashes were interred in California next to loved ones and colleagues. Her net worth was estimated at around $1.5 million. Not a large number, but the real value lay in her endurance, her dedication to art, and her community work. Elsa left a special spiritual legacy. Even as time passes, small but meaningful moments remain deeply etched in the audience's memory. The Clocktower Lady. The character she played is not just a brief scene in the film, but a symbol of those who are silent, patient, and steadfast in their beliefs. In Elsa's world, light did not come from glamour or fame, but from dedication and the ability to preserve small but precious values through every moment of life. Will Hare as Ma Peabody, the voice of the past. Will Hare was born on March 30, 1919 in Elkins, West Virginia, carrying the breath of a bygone era. At the age of 66, he embodied Ma Peabody, the Hill Valley farmer who believed the DeLorean was an alien spaceship. The role consisted of only a few brief scenes, but thanks to his keen eyes and warm, deep voice, Ma Peabody came alive, both funny and authentic, leaving audiences with a lasting impression of 1950s Americana. Outside the film set, Will's life was equally weathered. A veteran stage actor, he spent many years living in hardship, at times unemployed and forgotten by Hollywood. Old age brought heart disease, loneliness, and a yearning for the stage, but he never gave up his passion for acting. Many remember him as a simple artist who always shone a light for younger generations of actors with his experience and life stories. Will Hare passed away on August 31, 1997, at the age of 78. His funeral was simple, without fanfare, reflecting his true character, humble but rich in inner life. His ashes were interred in New York, where he spent his life connected to the stage and the local artistic community. His net worth was estimated at about $800,000, modest but deserving of his contributions. Will's legacy is not in awards or the number of roles, but in his ability to bring minor characters to life with humanity. Ma Peabody is proof of his flair and subtlety, and a reminder that sometimes the quiet people behind the spotlight are the ones who preserve the true memories of time. Will Hare, the storyteller of the past, left the world an image of loyalty, resilience, and a smile that persisted even in the darkness. Ivy. Bethune as Ma Peabody. 100 years of pride and kindness. Ivy Bethune was born on June 1, 1918, in Sevastopol, Ukraine, and later emigrated to the U.S. to pursue her artistic dream. When she reached the age of 67, she played the role of Ma Peabody, the naive but warm-hearted mother in Back to the Future, 1985. The character Ma Peabody had little dialogue, but through subtle acting, Ivy conveyed tenderness, love, and a gentle nature, allowing the audience to feel the breath of everyday life amidst the film's humor and adventure. Ivy Bethune's life is a testament to her determination and perseverance. She dedicated her entire heart to the stage and social activities, especially the movement for gender equality and community support programs. She never traded her passion for the pursuit of fame, living simply but full of creative energy. In her later years, she continued to act, read scripts, and participate in charity events, proving that age cannot limit the desire to live and create art. Ivy Bethune passed away on July 19, 2019, at the age of 101. She was interred in California near many beloved relatives and colleagues. Her net worth was estimated at around $2 million, humble but corresponding to a life fully devoted to art and community. The brief roles on screen like Ma Peabody did not diminish Ivy's image in the hearts of the audience. She is an icon of persistence, kindness, and the ability to live every moment fully. Ivy Bethune used her life to prove that art is not always measured by glamour, but sometimes lies in silent perseverance, in an open heart, and in the ability to touch others' hearts even in fleeting moments. 100 years of life, 100 years of art, and an immortal mark in cinematic memory. Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. Time and the pain of a young genius. Michael J. Fox was born on June 9, 1961 in Edmonton, Canada. At the time he joined Back to the Future 1985, he had just turned 24, brimming with youthful energy and the excitement of a rising actor. In the role of Marty McFly, Michael presented the image of a mischievous, intelligent, and enthusiastic young man leading the audience through captivating time travel adventures. Audiences did not just love Marty for his humor and audacity, but also for the honesty and approachability that Michael infused into every glance, gesture, and smile. Yet outside the movie spotlight, Michael's life was full of challenges. In 1991, at the peak of his career, Parkinson's disease emerged, making every normal movement difficult and raising doubts about his ability to continue acting. Instead of giving up, Michael transformed the tragedy into strength. He continued filming, shared his personal story, and established the Michael J. Fox Foundation, supporting Parkinson's research and raising public awareness. At the age of 64, Michael still appears in public acts sparingly, but constantly inspires millions of people. His net worth is around $65 million, but the true value lies in his resilient spirit and extraordinary example of perseverance. Marty McFly lives on in the memory of fans, while Michael J. Fox proves that youth can be challenged by tragedy but human passion and will never fade. Christopher Lloyd as Dr. Emmett Brown. The lonely genius across time. Christopher Lloyd, born on October 22, 1938 in Stamford, Connecticut, brought the image of Dr. Emmett "Doc" Brown to the audience when he was 46 years old at a mature stage of his acting career. Doc Brown is a character who is both eccentric and brilliant, guiding Marty McFly through fascinating time travel adventures. With his messy white hair, keen eyes, and meaningful smile, Christopher created an immortal icon in pop culture, making Doc the creative heart of the entire film franchise. Outside the glare of the screen, his life also endured its own challenges. Christopher struggled for many years on stage and in television, having to accept small roles or lesser-known projects on numerous occasions. The fame gained from Doc Brown did not make him comfortable with the limitations that Hollywood imposed. He maintained a simple lifestyle focusing on artistic quality and a genuine passion for the craft of acting. Old age brought limitations in health and energy, but he continues to act, appear at events, and share his experience with younger generations of actors. At the age of 87, Christopher Lloyd maintains a persistent creative spirit committed to the stage and screen, a testament to his long and uninterrupted career. His net worth is estimated at around $30 million, reflecting enduring success while maintaining humility and dedication to art. Dr. Emmett Brown lives on in the audience's mind as a symbol of boundless imagination and an eccentric yet steadfast spirit. Christopher Lloyd in real life is also a model for dedicated artists, sometimes solitary but always living fully for art. He proves that age and challenges cannot stop creative passion, and sometimes it is the difference and eccentricity that create an unforgettable mark in the hearts of the audience. Frances Lee McCain as Stella Baines, the quiet mother amidst life's tides. Frances Lee McCain was born on July 28, 1944 in Coal City, Illinois. When she joined Back to the Future 1985, she was 41 years old, bringing the maturity and composure necessary to embody Stella Baines, the calm, loving, but sometimes worried mother to her children. Stella did not appear much on screen, but through Frances's natural acting and affectionate gaze, the character came alive, representing gentle motherhood and the stability of a typical American family amidst unexpected turmoil. In real life, Frances Lee McCain pursued a diverse acting career from the Broadway stage to television and cinema. She faced many professional challenges, small roles, few prominent opportunities, and the pressure of balancing private life and work. Nevertheless, Frances always maintained her spirit, choosing roles that reflected depth of character and life values instead of chasing temporary fame. Currently, at the age of 81, Frances still lives in the U.S., continuing to participate in artistic projects and passing on experience to younger actors. She always emphasizes that age is not a barrier to art or creativity. Her net worth is estimated at around $1.5 million, modest but worthy of a life dedicated persistently and completely to art. Stella Baines endures in the hearts of the audience as the image of a gentle and mature mother, while Frances Lee McCain leaves a lesson on patience, dedication, and the value of every moment in life. She proves that tragedy and professional challenges cannot dim the love for art and people. In every small gesture on screen, Frances conveyed a profound message. Persistence and a kind heart are a legacy more valuable than the Hollywood spotlight. James Tolkan as Mr. Strickland, the strict but lonely teacher. James Tolkan was born on June 20th, 1931 in Caledonia, Wisconsin. When he appeared in Back to the Future 1985, he was over 50, carrying enough sternness and authority to embody Mr. Strickland, the strict principal who always kept Hill Valley High students in check. Strickland's appearances were limited, but James's cold gaze and decisive voice made the character memorable, symbolizing order rules and sometimes the fear of childhood. James Tolkan's off-screen life was also filled with its own unique colors. He was long associated with film and television, but faced periods of less recognition and roles limited by his austere image. Despite this, he persistently worked, demonstrating professionalism and fidelity to every role while maintaining a simple lifestyle far from the Hollywood spotlight. At the age of 94, James Tolkan still lives in the U.S., occasionally participating in artistic projects and sharing professional experience with young actors. His net worth is estimated at around $5 million, reflecting a persistent but unostentatious career. Mr. Strickland lives on in the audience's memory as the image of the strict teacher. But James Tolkan in real life also leaves a lesson on patience, dedication, and the value of those who contribute silently. His tragedy was not scandal or notoriety, but the loneliness and persistent challenge in a long career where effort was sometimes less recognized, but still quietly shown through every role. In James's world, authority and strictness could be both a strength and a burden, and this is what made his life profound and memorable. Lea Thompson as Lorraine Baines, the Queen of Youth. Full of tragedy. Lea Thompson was born on May 31, 1961 in Rochester, Minnesota. When she took on the role of Lorraine Baines in Back to the Future, 1985. She had just turned 24, a brilliant youth yet also full of pressure for a female actor in 1980s Hollywood. Lorraine is the emotional center of the story, transitioning from the shy, reserved girl in the past to the devoted and loving mother in the present. Through her eyes, smile, and subtle expressions, Lea Thompson brought a vibrant Lorraine to life, making the audience empathize and remember every moment on screen. Under the cinematic spotlight, Lea's life was not entirely easy. In the early years of her career, she had to struggle to find suitable roles, enduring pressure regarding her image roles and the strict beauty standards of Hollywood. Furthermore, her private life also faced challenges as a busy career, and the spotlight pulled her away from family peace. Despite this, Lea maintained her passion, continually developing her acting and experimenting with diverse projects from film to television. At the age of 64, Lea Thompson is still active in the arts, mentoring and inspiring younger generations of actors. Her net worth is estimated at around $12 million, a modest figure, but reflective of a long and fulfilling career. Lorraine Baines exists in the audience's memory as the image of the gentle woman, the center of the McFly family, while Leah Thompson in real life leaves a lesson on persistence, adaptability, and an unceasing spirit of learning. Her life proves that the glamour of youth comes with challenges and pressure, but it is resilience, passion, and determination that have helped her create a lasting impression both on screen and in the hearts of fans. Tom Wilson as Biff Tannen, the screen villain, troubled in real life. Tom Wilson. Full name: Thomas F. Wilson, was born on April 15, 1959 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At age 26, he stepped into the role of Biff Tannen in Back to the Future, 1985, channeling youthful energy to breathe life into the hateful yet hilarious bully. Biff is the embodiment of pressure, aggression, and the unfair situations that Marty McFly had to face simultaneously, becoming an unforgettable villain icon in cinematic history. Tom Wilson used a sharp gaze, decisive gestures, and subtle sarcasm to make Biff both despicable and vivid, creating a deep impression on the audience. In real life, Tom faced his own challenges. The famous role helped him gain recognition, but also made it difficult for him to escape Biff's shadow and seek more diverse opportunities in the acting industry. Career pressure, role typecasting, and strict expectations from Hollywood sometimes made his career path stressful and isolating. Despite this, Tom persisted, participating in comedy projects, television, and leveraging Biff's influence to connect with audiences through film conventions and cinematic memory. At the age of 66, Tom Wilson remains active in film events and inspires younger generations of actors with his experience and professional stories. His net worth is estimated at around $6 million, reflecting a persistent career and long-term dedication. Biff Tannen lives on in the audience's memory as the bully who was both aggressive and funny, while Tom Wilson in real life is a testament to the resilience needed to overcome professional tragedy. He proves that the movie spotlight does not reflect the whole reality, but persistence, flexibility, and dedication still create lasting value while also helping a villain role become an immortal film icon. Harry Waters Jr. as Marvin Berry, the musician across time. Harry Waters Jr. was born on April 13, 1953 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and was about 32 years old when he joined Back to the Future, 1985. He played the role of Marvin Berry, the musician on the Enchantment Under the Sea stage, a character who only appeared for a few minutes but left an indelible mark through the moment the song Earth Angel played, making the audience forever remember the image of the musician full of enthusiasm and talent. Harry's life off-screen was also full of challenges. Before gaining fame as Marvin, he studied at Princeton and graduated from the MFA program and was involved for many years with the New York stage and independent projects. Those years were full of pressure, few roles, slow recognition. But he persisted in pursuing his passion, turning every small role into a unique mark and maintaining an unceasing creative spirit. After Back to the Future, Harry became a professor and director at Macalester College, training younger generations of actors and continuing to participate in theater, television, and music events. This path was not without difficulty, balancing teaching, acting, and a personal career, sometimes having to accept that the Hollywood spotlight is not for everyone. Currently, at over 70 years old, Harry still attends film conventions, appears before fans, and continues to contribute to art and education. His net worth is not publicly disclosed, but the true value lies in his long-term influence, loyalty to his craft, and ability to inspire. Marvin Berry, though only appearing for a few moments, came alive and became unforgettable through Harry's singing and gaze. Harry Waters Jr.'s life is proof that even if the spotlight is limited, passion, resilience, and the influence left behind can last beyond time. Crispin Glover as George McFly, the tragedy behind the bashful smile. Crispin Glover, born on April 20, 1964 in New York, brought the image of George McFly to the screen when he was 21. The shy, awkward young man who held a sincere heart within. George was the emotional linchpin of Back to the Future, 1985, transitioning from a timid youth to a respectable father in the future, leaving the audience with a sense of both pity and deep appreciation. Crispin imbued the character with a blend of naive and unsettling acting, making George McFly an icon for those challenged by life, yet who still managed to preserve their true selves. Off-screen, Crispin's life was far from smooth. Following his initial success, he faced intense professional pressure, the harshness of Hollywood, and became known for his eccentric personality, which often led to him being excluded from major projects. This tension and pressure resulted in periods of loneliness and disappointment, where his talent was not duly recognized. Nevertheless, Crispin pursued art in his own way, writing books, producing independent films, and maintaining loyalty to his unique creative path. Currently at the age of 61, Crispin still lives privately, but maintains his artistic projects and appears at special events. His net worth is estimated at around $5 million, reflecting a long career that was not dazzling by Hollywood standards, and more importantly, his distinctive creative imprint. George McFly lives on in the audience's memory as the image of the shy but worthy man, while Crispin Glover in real life is a testament to the challenging life of an artist, talent, and personality. Sometimes make the path solitary, but it is precisely because of this that the individual mark becomes indelible. Crispin's tragedy is proof that the Hollywood spotlight does not always equate to happiness, but passion and steadfastness still create lasting value. Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker, young, love and discreet challenges. Claudia Wells was born on July 5, 1966 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, but grew up in Los Angeles, California. When she joined Back to the Future 1985, she was 19 years old, a youth full of enthusiasm and innocence to play Jennifer Parker, Marty McFly's loyal and gentle girlfriend. Jennifer is the model of typical teenage love, appearing as an emotional anchor for Marty, and an important link in the storyline, helping the audience deeply feel the relationships between the characters. Claudia brought subtlety in gesture, gaze, and smile to Jennifer, creating a unique vitality for the character despite her limited screen time. In real life, Claudia faced many difficulties rarely known to the public. After the film's success, she temporarily withdrew from acting to care for her sick mother, giving up the opportunity to continue her Hollywood career at a radiant age. This decision, though, stemming from familial love and responsibility, forced her to sacrifice the spotlight and many potential professional opportunities. Nevertheless, Claudia never completely abandoned her passion. After years of hiatus, she returned to the entertainment industry, participating in film projects and appearing at Back to the Future-related events, where fans still remember Jennifer Parker. Currently at the age of 59, Claudia Wells still lives in the U.S., maintaining her artistic career alongside her private life. Her net worth is estimated at around $3 million, humble, but reflecting a life that chose to balance passion, family, and career. Jennifer Parker lives on in the audience's memory as the image of the loyal, gentle, and affectionate girlfriend, while Claudia Wells in real life is a testament to the difficult decisions an actor must make under life's pressure. She proves that real-life tragedy is not only illness or loss, but also sacrificial choices, and true value sometimes lies in resilience and loyalty to oneself. Back to the Future is not just a classic film, but also a moment that evokes youth laughter and deep emotions. Every character, big or small, left unforgettable memories, but behind the glamour were real-life stories full of challenges, sacrifice, and little-known extraordinary resilience. Looking back, we realize that the screen only reflects a part of life. Behind the smiles and laughter are difficulties, efforts, and persistent determination. This is what makes the film not just entertainment, but an emotional journey, making viewers cherish every moment. And you? When you recall Back to the Future, which character or moment makes you smile, feel touched, or nostalgic the most? Share your memories so those feelings can live on. Hit like, subscribe, and let us return to our youth together to continue exploring the deeply moving behind-the-scenes stories where the light of passion and memory always shines bright.